Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. Tonight, we have some heavy snow as each of these teams navigates this weather. We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Before the game, let's take a look at our current standings. We have 7 teams from the AFC, 7 teams from the NFC. A 13-game regular season where every team plays each team once. Then, when the playoffs come around, the top 5 teams from each conference makes the postseason, with the last 2 teams from each conference saying, bye-bye, see you later. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Now, let's go down to the field for kickoff.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday night.
Well, the Midwestern snows have come to Southern Ohio, and we are in for a chilly afternoon of football at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gautin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
The kicker Jason Myers to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Charlie Jones now from his end zone, and this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable, but this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. That one taken in by T. Higgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Burrow on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dallas. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another run, again it's Dallas. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, allows them a chance to react.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the corner from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion there, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Geno on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try for the first with Walker. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 43 yards for Ken Walker. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis on this first half. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Make a play, boys! Let's go, baby! Come on, let's make a play!
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. Fielded just inside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And that is well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now's a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Smith throwing again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness snap, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You went to the Tucker Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's what people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun in the snow nonetheless. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. 23 yards, the final tally. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Out of the gun, Smith. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots,
try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 6-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They won't fall victim to it themselves.
Smith going right back to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a nice here right side. He hauls it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. You have plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial another one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him shy of the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slant pass to Boyd. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's into space past the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all I do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extent of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal on the Seahawks 1-yard line.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And out now come the Seahawks. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.